So, can you tell me a little bit about who you are and where you're from? Well, what's your name, first of all?
My name is Scary, but everybody know me as Munchie B. I'm from Inglewood. I played sports coming up. I'm a dad, got 2 daughters and a grandson. Everybody know I'm a blood. I'm from Inglewood family, and you know I'm in been in and out of jail. Good part of my life, but yeah, you know that's it.
Okay. How would the people closest to you describe you?
Later, temperamental, smart. I'll say that. Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be the biggest character traits I get from people that'll describe me.
Okay. So now I want you to take me back to your childhood and tell me a little bit about what your childhood was like.
I got 2 other siblings. I'm the youngest. My dad, he's a blood also. My mom, she not from California, but came out here before I was born, and she not so much into the gang thing, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But so two parent household. But when I come outside, cause I'm from Inglewood, predominantly blood city, that's who outside playing. The school I went to, elementary, junior high, if you wasn't a blood, you thought you was, or you about to be. So that was, you know, that's what was going on in the neighborhood. But play sports, play football, I was good at it. But I went to jail every summer, so the high school football thing didn't really happen. And got 2 brothers that one in the streets, one is a blood also, the other one high school graduate, never been to jail a day in his life. He used to rap. I used to try to follow his lead, rap, and to the other brother got my attention more so, and I started following his lead. And can't say I had like no super hard knock story like holes in my shoes or nothing like that, but you know, my mom didn't really have it, you know, have it like that. But I mean, I couldn't tell, because you know what I'm saying, she made it look good. Back to school, I was fresh. I played the sports. They was able to pay for me to play sports and extracurricular activities, but I just got, you know, involved with things.
So what do you think is the difference between you and your brother that went into the street life and your other brother that didn't?
The difference between me and them 2?
Well, because you said one is in a gang too, right? Mm-hmm. So what's the difference between you 2 that are in the gang and the brother that graduated and did not get involved?
I think it's a lot of DNA, cause we all got different dads, and I think it's a lot of, you know, stuff. You gotta watch who you mate with, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I think it's that pedigree type thing, and that's why we got a lot of the characteristics we got. And my brother that don't bang more so, he went to the Inglewood Junior High that wasn't really gang, and then he went from there and got accepted to this high school called CAMS. You know what I mean? You have to be smart and excelling in, you know, the school thing to get in that. And then from there, he had got a full ride scholarship to the college. Like, so he was in different environments, although we came from the same house. But like, and I don't know, but he saw what we saw, and he just went a different way. He was interested in different things. He read books and into Black history, and you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But my dad raised all three of us, and they look at him as they father too, and my dad from where he from, but it ain't like he condoned it in the game banging thing. He didn't want none of us to do it. Kept me in football, a book in my hand, but you know, sometimes you be impressionable to certain things, I guess, you know what I mean?
Okay. Can you tell me about any challenges or traumas you experienced growing up?
Dealing with the law, being harassed. I get involved with the gang thing, you know, being a participant and being shot on a lot of different occasions. I've been shot like on 6 or 7 different occasions. First time walking home from school, got shot. Walking home from school with a group of friends. And then after that, you know, it became like a regular thing. They do their thing, I do it back. And then, you know what I mean? But I say the worst, I mean, I got shot in the head and lost my vision. So that'll be like the most traumatic out of all the episodes of me dealing with the gunshots and all that. That'd probably be the worst I had to deal with. But going to school and rivals, like, you know, going to school in the 60s, but I ain't supposed to be over there. But I ain't trying to tell my mama, like, put me with the Bloods. But you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to riddle it to her, like, come on, I can't be over here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Stuff like that.
Okay. Looking back, how do you think those experiences, like those traumas and challenges, affected you?
I think it kind of made me desensitized to a certain extent when you like losing a gang of friends. You know what I mean? At a rapid, I say rapid because you shouldn't be a kid losing friends. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess the normal teenager ain't losing friends just before they turn 18. You know what I mean? So going through that probably leave me desensitized and just growing up fast, having a baby young. Because me and my daughter basically grew up together because I had a daughter at 15. Okay. So, you know, I was learning how to be a parent as I went along. I think the biggest thing is probably going through the street stuff probably made me desensitized and have a whatever type attitude towards things. You know what I mean?
How old were you when you lost your first friend?
All right, because around this, people be passing away and we know who he is, but I'm talking about a friend, like within like a friend group, walking home from school together type friend. It probably had to been like 9th grade. Yeah, 9th grade, like because of course I know the people in the neighborhood that passed away, but I'm talking about like a direct friend that, you know what I mean, we hang out, walk from school together, you know what I'm saying, chopping it up. It had to be 9th grade.
Do you remember how you felt when that happened?
Angry, and then kind of like mixed emotions because you ain't took a real loss, you know what I mean? But more so angry and want to, you know, like make somebody feel it, I'll say.
So in 9th grade, you're about 14?
13,
right?
14.
14, okay. What did you do with that anger?
When I see the dudes in blue, which is like the Crips, I try to fight them or whatever else, you know. Because after a while, it ain't just hanging out with a friend group, partying and just hanging out. it gets serious at some point. It cross over. Like now it ain't a joke no more because you losing friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but at that point, it's like you want revenge. You want people to feel what you felt. Type. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What need do you think that the gang was filling that you were not getting met elsewhere?
Say that one more time.
What need do you think that the gang filled for you that you didn't have elsewhere?
Really nothing, because these people, whether I was from the hood or not, they would have still been my friends. You know what I mean? But how you say camaraderie? It give you that. You know what I mean? And I always felt not just because my family and my friends is bloods. I always felt like that the bloods was like a little bit more stronger because it was less of them. You know what I mean? And like I liked it the lifestyle. And then as you get older, you get to realizing it's stupid though. But all the negative stuff, you seen positive results from. Like if you do something violent to this group, and then everybody get to respecting you for it, or you see like the drugs bring money. You're not really paying attention to people going to jail for the drugs. You paying attention to, the gratification, the positive things that come from it. The alpha males, the tough guys get the girls. So, like the lifestyle was like, appealing to me. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say it was feeling like a void, like, cause I had a dad. I got a dad. You know what I mean? I had a friend group. But the same friend group I had back then eventually joined the gang I'm from. You know what I mean? But, yeah.
So it's more of a attraction to the lifestyle for you.
Yeah, and then like when you see this so often, you don't think nothing wrong with it. It's the norm. It's the norm. You think it is like in your mind it's regular. Like, you know what I mean? You don't see nothing wrong with what you see every day. Like, you know what I mean? It's the normal program.
Did you have any adults in your life that once they started to see you going down that path tried to deter you?
Yeah, my parents. But before before it get the attention fully of what's going on, it's too late. Already involved, like in a fast track. So like I would go to, cause the hood I'm from and the hood my dad from is basically allies. So when they have parties and hood days and I go, my dad would be there and I'll bump into my dad homeboys and they'll be like, hey, Peebo over there. They call him Peebo. And I'm thinking like, I don't care. I'm trying to stay on this side of the room. So I'll bump into him, you know what I mean? And there's been like times where I come 20 deep with the homies, but then I leave in the car with him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, man, he cramping my style type. So he didn't really condone in what I was doing, but after a while, he start telling you how to move smarter in a lifestyle because I'm already full-fledged. More so trying to tell me to don't do this, don't do that, because it's going to happen anyway. But, and then my mom ain't never been for it. She ain't, you know what I'm saying? My mom ain't with none of that, you know?
What did you believe about rival gang members?
I believe they was wrong and we was right. Cause for one, and then I already inherited some dislike and hatred before even meeting one of them. Cause like I said, where I grew up is predominantly Bloods, and if my brother or my dad come in the house, they angry or they hurt from losing somebody, You know what I mean? It kind of translates to you. You know what I mean? So always, I'm thinking whatever the Crips do, they not doing it right, and we doing the right thing, and they the wrong people. You know what I mean? They not. I'm thinking we the good people, they the bad people. That's just how, like, you know, my brain was conditioned early on.
What do you believe now?
Right now, I believe. Right now, I don't judge people by blood or Crip or the gang they from. I judge them by the individual. I judge the person. Mm-hmm. But I still be standoffish because I don't know what their intentions is. You know what I mean? So I gotta warm up to the person or watch them first. But now I don't automatically think, let's say a dude from Rolling 60s is a bad person because he's from over there. You know what I mean? If like back then, I probably wouldn't have gave him a chance to get to know him. But if I chopped it up with this person now, I would, I'll fill him out and give it a chance. You know what I mean? But I don't think what I thought before, like, he from over there, he automatically bad people. I don't think that as of today, you know what I mean?
What made you change your mindset?
Being in different environments where I'm forced to be around these people, like juvenile hall, camp, county jail, state prison, where you're forced to be in close proximity with them, and being around like effed up people from my own gang, like, you know what I mean? Like it's good people from everywhere, and there's snitches from everywhere, and there's bad people from everywhere. You know what I mean? But we just don't give them a chance because they live over there. You know what I mean? I go to this school and they go to that school, or we go to this store, they go to that store. So, you know, they would have never got a chance because I didn't even have a car to go over there. You know, so I'm just amongst where I'm at. But, you know, being around certain people, getting a chance to meet them, you know what I mean? Even though I met them in, places that ain't cool, such as jail or whatever, or in the wrong environments, I got a chance to meet some good people. You know what I mean? I know that they straight. I'm like, dang, he like the same bitches I like, or you know what I mean? Oh, he carry himself like me, or he got the same type of moral compass I got. You know what I mean? But yeah.
So do you think that when you started getting, or when you got in the gangs, that you were just taught to not like certain people just because where they were from?
Yeah, you learn by looking. I grew to learn because a lot of the ways I got, I picked up. I learned from watching. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like, yeah, and I was conditioned. My brain was conditioned in a certain way, and I believe anything I do, I be trying to be the best in it. So my dad had this big old reputation. My brother was the popular gangster dude around the neighborhood. I wanted to be more gangster than them. I wanted, like, you know what I mean? I wasn't trying to write off their reputations and stuff like that. But it be taught behavior, whether somebody directly teaching you or you just watching and picking up stuff. So, because it's a lot of people that's from where I'm from, and I didn't even know they existed at one point, but when they became a part of the neighborhood, they let me know they seen me do this, they seen me do that. They got the same tattoos I got because I got it. They seen that I had it first. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, you never know who's watching.
What are some experiences that you feel has changed your life? Or changed the course of your life?
Having kids and then getting shot in the head and going blind.
How did having kids change your life?
I had to move smarter. I had to move smarter and think Like, I gotta go to the house. I can't be reckless because I gotta take my daughter to school in the morning and stuff like that. So although I was still outside, I moved a little smarter. And, you know, then my daughter, she got a son, so I got a grandson now. So now, because she's still naive, because she's still young, about to be 20. So I got to be there to pick up the slack whenever she got some shortcomings, or she's short on some money, or she need somebody to watch my grandson, or, you know what I mean? So it had me thinking a little smarter, or not being so quick to be volatile or say certain things that would come out my mouth that would have usually came out my mouth, things like that.
And how would you say getting shot and going blind has changed the course of your life?
For one, I don't complain about it, because I know when you get involved with certain things, what the outcome could be. But it changed it dramatically. I get frustrated sometimes. I can't hop in a car and just leave when I feel like it, or do the things I once did, although I still do a whole lot. Make music, podcast, travel. I still do a lot of stuff, but and then you know, I can't trust everything. I gotta be more aware of my surroundings, because I can't see everything. So I gotta second guess and question everything more so I would have did it before. Like, who over there, who gonna be there, or, you know what I mean? I gotta do way more homework, stuff like that. But, you know, like, since I've been shot, the major time, you know, I now had another daughter since then, been married, even though I'm divorced now, but been married, you know, so I keep it pretty much normal program as much as I can. But it probably affected some communication, because I probably get frustrated a little faster. I've noticed that, so I'm working on that. But those would be some of the things, even though I've been told, and I could kind of agree that, like a lot of my friends and ex-girlfriends, and they said, like, if I would have never got shot the way I am, they're like, man, you'd probably be in jail for life right now. So, I mean, everything happened for a reason, you know what I mean?
Do you or have you gotten any therapy or anything for yourself?
No, I ain't never had therapy before.
Have you ever considered it?
No, I never considered it. Cause I feel like therapy, like a therapist is a person that somebody could talk to you and that won't judge you, so they come with no bias, and you can vent and get what you want to get off your chest. But if, I guess, getting that off your chest will help you, and it's like a release, then that's cool. But I mean, I don't got a real problem communicating, but I just don't at times, because I don't like telling people my problems. Like, I'll talk about it when the problem solved type, you know what I mean? Like, because I think if you tell somebody your problems, you'll get the same, keep your head up, I already know to do that, or you gotta be straight, like, I know, I'm gonna make sure, but I just, and then I got a problem, like, I don't like seeming like I'm complaining or nothing, you know what I mean? So, I just, you know, I'll be dealing with whatever I'm going through. I'll go quiet, but then when I'm over it, I'll come back up for air. Probably not answer the phone, go missing for a little bit.
Are you in a relationship currently?
Yeah.
How does that going quiet work in your relationship? Because, I'm a female and I don't like the going quiet stuff. So.
Well, this particular relationship, it probably won't be the going quiet thing. It'd probably be more so like irritable or being frustrated. But when I say going quiet, I mean like homies trying to call, friends, family members, or I just won't come to Thanksgiving. I be trying to figure something out. You know what I mean? And then you don't want to bring that negative energy around people. You know what I mean? Like if you not in the mood or in the right mind state, so I just, you know what I mean? And then I don't mind being by myself, because I didn't juvenile hall, go to school, get into fights, they lock you down in your room. So I did a lot of time in the room, or even go to the county jail, disciplinary, you know what I mean? Being in the hole like 30 days at a time, and you know what I mean? So I think I'm kind of strong-minded, and it work in my favor, like, because I don't mind being by myself or not communicating, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But I'm a sociable person. I could crack off a conversation with anybody, you know what I mean? That's why I'm excelling in the podcast world. But it's just, if I'm going through something, I just don't be wanting to talk.
So you just like to deal with it on your own?
Yeah, because then I might not want to hear no stupid shit at the wrong time, and then I get the lashing out if somebody get that bad energy from me. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it be misdirected anger or something like that. So because I know I got an anger problem. And then since I've been shot, my fusion have been way shorter. You know what I mean? Like, I'm real zero tolerance, but I'll be like I said, I'll be working on it. Because I'll be on a podcast and something piss me off, and I'll be having to, control my anger right there and use use discipline or whatever, you know what I mean? But for the most part, I just shut down though.
Okay. Was there a moment when you decided you wanted a different life?
Well, yeah, I won't, cause after a while, like I figured out the energy I was putting out, as far as cause a lot of stuff I did was self-inflicted. You know what I mean? The reason why like a lot of people didn't like me or whatever, it's cause I bring it on myself. I go over there bothering people that wasn't bothering me. But although they'd be Crips, you know what I'm saying, going up to the schools, you know what I'm saying, catching them when they get out and doing whatever, and like making disrespectful songs, dissing they dead homies and dissing hoods, and like all the energy that was coming my way, I kind of like, I'm the reason why I was getting the energy I was getting, but when I start getting like the positive energy, they see interviews and I'm getting positive feedback, I'm like, okay, like this cool, you know what I mean? Because I also used to doing the gangbang thing, and then you excelling for being negative and inflicting, doing bad things, but it felt good, like, you know what I mean? Because traditionally, me and Spuddy Face, we ain't supposed to be talking, you know what I mean? But we in the same podcast space. We done hollered on the phone, you know what I mean? Chopped it up. And I got people I talk to that I wouldn't normally talk to. And shit, for more than half my life, Inglewood family had played a part in the decisions I made, whether it was the clothes I wore, the people I'm gonna talk to, the food places I'm gonna go to. But now, like, you know what I mean, it felt cool to, like I'm more easy on the eyes to people these days, and you know, so at a certain point, yeah. And then like I got grandkids. I got a grandson and 2 daughters. I don't be really want that energy around them. You know what I mean? So yeah. And then one of my goals, I want a mural of myself in Inglewood while I'm still alive though. Not, you know, people get murals when they dead. Like, you know, Kendrick got a mural in Compton because, you know, he held in a high regard and he got accolades. So that's what, you know, I want to switch lanes, get more on the positive side of things and do stuff in my community, in my city, so I can get one of those on the wall somewhere, you know what I mean? So, but, you know, I'm in transition. I'm still, you know what I mean?
Are there any things that you regret in your life?
Regret. It's like in particular, it's two friends of mine from my neighborhoods that's rest in peace, and I regret being in the wrong place instead of with them, because I think it would have been a different outcome. Like what they call like survivor's guilt type. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I feel if I would have went with my boy baby Snugs instead of telling him, "Nah, I'm cool, I don't want to go," it would have been a different result. Or if I wouldn't have been asleep from the night prior, I would have been with the homie Red Bull, you know what I mean? And he wouldn't have been slipping like he was. You know what I mean? So like, I got them type of regrets, but you know, I be feeling like everything happened for a reason other than that.
Okay. Are there any things that you feel you've lost because of the choices you've made?
Time. I lost time. You can't get that back. Going to jail, missing daughters' birthdays, graduations. You know what I mean? The biggest loss is time, being away from your family, locked up. I could say that. And it showed. Like I said, I think I would have had the same group of friends whether I was a gang member or not. So them losses based on where they from and the lifestyle, it probably would have came anyway. But other than that, yeah, I lost time.
Over the years, how much time would you say you've lost? I'm about to be 37 this year, so including jail time and just wasted time on the streets doing stuff that ain't productive, I probably lost like what, over 20 years, because everything I'm doing late. Like I just got a passport recently, like a year and a half ago. You know what I mean? Like that's wasted time. I could have been traveling. I only got one stamp. I'm gonna get some more, but you know what I mean? Sitting in the cell, I could have been doing something else, or helping my daughter with homework, or you know what I mean, helping my mama run the house, because I could have been outside working and helping her with some bills or something. You know what I mean? But combined with jail time, just sitting in the cell, and just wasting time out here doing stuff that don't matter. Probably like 20 years plus. So where's your stamp on your passport from? Where'd you go?
Jamaica.
Oh, okay. How was that?
It was cool.
Always, it started raining. I thought it was all bad because it was raining, but you know, it was warm around the clock. You know what I mean? Water warm. It was all inclusive with the resort. So I pigged out. It was a cool experience. It was a cool experience. Yeah. As soon as you get off the plane, you exit the airport. Everybody trying to sell you weed. I'm like, damn, is this legal? Like it was different though. I'm trying to go some more places. I'm trying to see where the next destination is out the country.
Okay. So how do you think that violence affected your mental and emotional health?
Like I said, I know being violent ain't the right thing to do, but like, you know, I felt that's how you got results. That's how you get what you want. So like, you know, I gotta untrain myself. You know what I mean? To thinking, you know what I mean? Socking is doing them out is gonna make them shut up or whatever. But the violence, it just bring more violence. You know what I mean? Cause it's gonna be an ending cycle. They gonna do something to one of my folks gonna do something back to them. So it's been like a everlasting thing, like a revolving door of violence. So it's been horrible, cause shit, I've been losing homies all the way up to the present time. So it affected me in a bad way, but like I said, I became desensitized in that regard when it comes to violence.
Okay.
It's like, okay, we lose a homie, we mourn them, retaliate, but never forget them and keep them in our memory. But you know, that ain't good. You know what I mean?
How many people would you say you've lost over the course of your life?
I can't count.
Can't count?
No, I can't count. A lot. And that's why I say it make you desensitized to the point. If a female say, "Hey, I'm out of here," you be like, hey, "Boy, beat it," because you, after losing friends, vision, not like your freedom at times, like, you know what I mean? You just be like, you be dismissive and nonchalant to things, even though it might hurt you, but you just like whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What would you say was the biggest challenge to being incarcerated?
You don't want to be like forgot about or left. That'd be for me, like, you know what I mean? So you had your girlfriend out there, you know what I mean? And time go on. Mm-hmm. Time go on. So while you sitting here in whatever prison or county jail you in, life goes on. She going to work, or she might go out with her friends, you know, see different people. So, you know, if you in your feelings about this person, you worried about being forgotten about or left, or, you know what I mean, while you away, taking a loss, like a family member or something like that. That'd be my biggest worries and concerns, like losing people while gone, or being left and forgot about. But you know, that come with it.
How do you think being in prison affected your mental health?
Actually, being in jail, period, like county jail or prison, it helped me become like a better judge of character, because you in a dorm with 100-something people, or you on a prison yard with 1,000 plus, getting released to the yard, and you dealing with all these different personalities, you become a good judge of character. You get the, you know what I'm saying? Well, for me, it do. If I talk to a person for like a good 30 minutes, I could fill them out real well, and I could like, you know, I could kind of gauge what kind of person they is. You know what I mean? But and it depends, cause jail is gonna make you worse or better. Ain't no in between. It's gonna make you worse or better. Is it you gonna learn your lesson and you want to change, or you go adapt to your environment and become a savage also. You know what I mean? But.
And do you think it made you better?
It made me I don't know. I think I took the only thing I could get from that is the good judge of character thing, judging people, but other than that, nah, it didn't make me better, because if I'm in an environment, I become a part of the environment, and I'm acting just like everybody else in there. So, you know, I got, you know what I mean, I'm gonna get with the program, and I'm gonna, you know, do volatile things, or, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I wouldn't say nah. I think it made me worse in that sense.
Okay. When was the first time you realized that your lifestyle was costing you something important?
I've been noticed I didn't care though. I think I just didn't care. Like you know right from wrong, you just doing it anyway. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like so, you know, going to jail or hanging out and getting shot at that stress your family members out, but you do it anyway. You know what I mean? So I've been knowing. I mean, maybe at the time I just didn't care.
So what would you say made you start caring?
Maturing and being more, having more responsibilities as I got older. Cause I'm like, okay, now I ain't just got a daughter, I got another daughter now. And then now I just ain't got two daughters, I got a grandson now. And then I got bills, I got, you know what I mean, more responsibility, you know what I'm saying? So now I gotta, you know, I can't just think about me. I gotta think for me and everybody else, and think of how it's gonna affect everybody else. Cause if I get locked up, that's gonna throw a whole lot of stuff off for a whole lot of people I love. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What would you say would surprise people the most about your experience in your life?
People just be surprised, me period, because they some people question, man, is he really blind? You know what I mean? Because I keep it normal as possible. I still do me, man. I'm the same person, just a little bit more careful. Same person, and then, you know, you'll have some people, oh, you smart. You know what I mean? Like, duh. You know what I mean? Like I talk the way I talk, 'cause I feel like it. You know what I mean? Like people use colloquialism when they feel like it or whatever, but they be like, oh, you actually smart. But that's when they get to know me, get to chop it up with me and stuff. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Stuff like that.
What have you learned about forgiveness?
I learned forgiveness is for the person, not for the other person. Like, I chose to forgive a few people because it'd be a weight lifted off of you, mm-hmm. more so, instead of harboring bad energy and negative feelings. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or if I dislike Sharky, but I know Sharky about to be at this party, but really we could like talk it out of, you know what I'm saying, communicate, get past it. I ain't gotta go in this party and be all standoffish with a bad attitude, harboring them negative, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The energy or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I could forgive Sharky because he stepped on my shoe last month and didn't apologize. We gonna holler about it, and we could get past it. You know what I mean? So I don't have to. Every time I hear Sharky go be here, and I'm on defense, or I'm just screw face or whatever. You know what I mean? Or but some forgiveness come with time. With some things, I learned you can't force yourself to forgive people.
Right.
But what I learned about forgiveness is for you. It ain't for the other person. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's what I learned about forgiveness.
Do you think you've had to forgive a lot of people in your life, or throughout your life?
I'm stubborn though, but you know, I chose to forgive some people. You know what I mean? And I prioritize who I forgive. Like I'll start with some family members. You know what I mean? Because I think it's best to forgive them, and especially if I got to see them at a Thanksgiving or something like that. You know what I mean? I just recently forgave a female relative, probably like earlier this year, last year. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you know, it's some people I haven't forgave though. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's some people I ain't gonna never forgive. But yeah.
Okay. What does peace mean to you?
Peace is living with no stress and being happy. And that's why I try my hardest to protect it at all costs. I hang up the phone on people, I block people, and I'll tell somebody to get away from me fast, because I'm not letting nobody disrupt my peace. I don't care who you is. The only people allowed to stress me out is my daughters and my mama. Outside of that, I cut somebody off. People die from stress. You ain't about to stress me out. Like, you know what I mean? I have seizures due to head trauma from getting shot in the head. You know, like all that shit trigger seizures and all that. Like, so peace to me is stress-free, being stress-free and being happy. That's what I believe.
What makes you happy today?
The Packers winning the football game. Hearing that my youngest daughter came home with all fours on her report card. Getting money. And just hearing that people around me is, you know, prospering, you know what I mean? When I hear the homie perform somewhere, or they did an interview on a big platform, or somebody that got a raise, like people around me doing good, that make me happy though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I like to see all my people like do it up.
What are you most proud of?
I'm proud that I remain sane enough to keep pushing. I'm proud of myself that I was able to be mentally strong enough to keep pushing the way I do. Cause I understand that a lot of people wouldn't be able to. I'm proud of my maturity, cause I somewhat, not completely, somewhat outgrew the ignorance. Cause, you know, like I said earlier, I ain't judging a whole gang or a whole collective. I ain't judging him because he from over there. I'm gonna judge him by him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get to know the person if given a chance to. You know what I mean? So I'm glad I'm proud that I matured in that aspect, and you know, and I'm proud. I'm taking on some new endeavors. Like, you know what I mean? Trying to start this nonprofit. I'm podcasting it, and me and my girl put our head together on different like business ventures we can enter. You know what I mean? So we getting the chili together for that. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know what I mean? And I'm just proud that I'm still here, because I could easily be locked up or even worse. You know what I mean?
So what is a nonprofit that you're planning on doing?
Evolve to Elevate, ETE. That's what I'm gonna name it, and I'm gonna do gang prevention and intervention, and we're gonna be based out the city of Inglewood, the city I'm from, and I'm gonna have it to where if you want to be a part of football and cheer, come get the fee waiver from us, and we go pay. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of parents can't pay for, their kids to cheer or sign up for football, and mental health. I want to be able to direct them in the right place if you want to seek help for yourself or a family member. You know what I mean? I'm like, in the beginning, I might not have the people that's equipped to, sit there and talk to the people. But if you want the assistance and you want to know where to go to get mental health assistance, you can call us and we'll direct you there. And right now, that's what I got. And then, we didn't took the necessary steps to get it started. So we going through the process right now.
Good. That's really exciting.
Yeah.
And I love to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at with it right there. And, evolve to elevate. I just like the word evolve because change could be like a negative thing, like, oh, you changed. Like, but I never heard the word evolve used in a negative way. Like, if you evolved, you trending upwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Evolve to elevate. You gotta evolve if you want to elevate. You know what I mean?
I like that name.
Yeah, thank you.
So what motivates you?
The girls that turned me down in the past, right? Because don't see me on YouTube glowed up or, you know what I mean, dressed nicely, you feel me, when I probably didn't have it back then, you know what I mean, or stuff like that. My family, they motivate me. I just want to be able to, support them if they ever fell short of anything. And just wanting to do better and stay free, you know what I mean? Stay free, because like I touched on earlier, it's a lot of wasted time. Like, being locked up, like, life goes on, you know what I mean? And you come home, everything different. Ain't nobody even wearing what you was wearing when you left, or, you know what I mean? A lot of people be in jail, they come home, they don't even know how to use a cell phone. They used to, that when they left, it was the flip phones. Yeah. Like, everything's smart now. You got Waymos, AI, you know what I mean? You could FaceTime, you know what I mean? So, like, life goes on. I don't know what they call it in different states, but it's not food stamps no more. It's an EBT card. And I was in prison, and me and one of my boys was saying something about an EBT card, and an older gentleman was like, "What's that?" We're like, "You don't know what an EBT card?" But he been locked up so long, he been down 30-something years. That wasn't the thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. When he was out, like, oh, like, a lot of people, they just, like, you know what I mean? They just stuck, they time warped. So, the time will pass you by, man. That's my motivation. And a passport, you know what I mean? I should have hella stamps on there.
So what was the most difficult thing you've ever been through in your life?
Most difficult? I had been in jail for some time, and I got out, and I'm out, and then I get something in the mail from CPS, and it was talking about child endangerment, and et cetera, but I had no clue about, what was going on. Like, well, what's this about, right? So, now, I learned then that when it's something dealing with drugs and stuff like that, they will send it to the person that did the wrongdoing and the other parent, because they say you was knowledgeable about it, right? So, now in this instant, my baby mama my first baby mama was living somewhere to get housing, and you know they had the drug test there, but she had a daughter. You know what I mean? So when she tested dirty for whatever, they did some endangerment type stuff, and I wasn't under the. I had no clue that she did anything other than smoke weed. You know what I mean? So now I'm in children's court, and they talking about taking my daughter away. You know what I mean? So luckily, you know, my mom head on straight civilian by definition. You know, like, although I still was in the house, but they gave my daughter to my mom for that time being, and until we went through the process. So just going back and forth to children's court, that probably had been the most difficult thing, because I'm like, all right, well, just give me my daughter, but you know, I feel they prolong things just to create jobs or something. Like, you know what I mean? Just give me my daughter, because her mama ain't gonna get it right. Just give me my daughter, and this went on for a very long time. You know what I mean? So through that whole time, it was a lot. You know what I mean? Because I done been through the criminal court thing, but not the children's court thing. So I don't know what they thinking, or what the process is with them, or what they go come up with at the end. Although I didn't do nothing wrong. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that probably had to be the most difficult thing.
Okay. Well, that surprised me. I was expecting you to say getting shot and going blind was the most difficult thing for you.
No, that was more difficult than that, because that's the unknown. Like, I didn't know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I didn't do nothing wrong, but I'm like, why would they send me a letter anyway? You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know that's just what they do. You know what I mean?
Process, yeah.
And like, so, and I ended up getting locked up again, and her mom still wasn't getting the right side. That's when I learned, like, they lean towards the mother, and they, you know what I'm saying? They give chance after chance after chance. But I was locked up, and they ended up giving me full custody while I was still locked up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they knew that I was eventually about to get out in like some months. It ain't like I got 20 years, and then like, so they just granted me full custody of my daughter. So I had my daughter full custody, like from single digits all the way up. I always had full custody of my first daughter. But that'd be more difficult. Not even the getting shot thing. I think I deal with the shot thing, even though I get frustrated at times. I think I deal with it cool, is because I really believe if you want positive shit to happen, well, go to church or play sports. Like, if you play football, of course you'll get injured. You know, that come with playing football. If you having unprotected sex, you go get burnt. You'll get an STD, or you go have a baby. Mm-hmm. If you gang bang, you'll get shot or go to jail. So when these things happen, you can't be crying about it. And I just always had that you know, I had that mindset, like, you know what I mean? And that I think that might come with the desensitized thing, because when people be going through stuff, I'd be like, man, stop crying, bro. Like, I mean, I'm like, whatever, get over it. Like, not to derail, but like it was some, when a dude played with a firework and blew his hand off, right? Mm-hmm. I'm like, damn, you lit the firework, and then you acting like somebody else did it to you, or a drunken driver hit you with a car, and you want people, you lit this shit. So I just be like I got it is what it is attitude. You know what I mean? My mom be saying that sometimes, like, I wish I could be like you, just don't care. But it ain't that I don't care, it's just like, I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna say that you probably do care, but you've just gone through so much that you've just pushed everything down, like other people in the room have. You know, we often do that when it's too much. When the trauma is too much for us, or the pain is too much for us, sometimes we have to not acknowledge it, and we just push it down, right? And because it's too painful. And so when you've gone through a lot of trauma and a lot of loss, and it doesn't sound like you've dealt with that. And so I think that is a part of it. I don't think it's that you don't care. I think you've just pushed it down so far that you just don't acknowledge it. Which is why I asked you about therapy.
Yeah, that could probably be some truth to it, because a lot of times when stuff happen, and you don't got time to grieve or whatever. Mm-hmm. So like, if I'm in jail and one of the homies get killed, like, you can't cry right. You can't do shed no tears right there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So you gotta. Yeah, a lot of times I ain't had time to grieve, or I'm the leader in the situation, so I gotta be shown for everybody else. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, that's probably close to the truth. But
so, do you feel you've ever grieved any of your losses, including going blind? Because going blind it's a huge loss, right? You lose partially some of your independence. Like you said, you can't just get in a car and go anymore like you used to be able to. Do you feel like you've grieved any of those things?
I don't think I grieved the vision thing. And when you say grieve, like a release of what you feeling, right? Mm-hmm. If I grieved, it wasn't in a good manner. It was like a bad release, displaying anger or something along the lines of that.
Well, anger is a part of grief. It's part of the grief cycle, right? So that's a part of it. How long ago did you get shot?
2012.
Okay.
August 2012.
Oh, okay.
And I got shot one time after that in the finger.
Okay.
But yeah, it was August 23rd, 2012, the major time.
Okay. So, I think at some point you probably should look into therapy. I know in minority cultures, we don't really... Therapy is not something that is accepted all the time or looked at as a positive thing, but I think when you have this many losses and you have had this much trauma, whether self-inflicted or not, right? Whether it's from our own choices or not, the outcome's still the same. There's still a result. There's still trauma. There's still grief. There's still sadness. There's still hurt and pain. So I would encourage you at some point to look into therapy, because you are on a very good path. You're on a very positive path, and I love to see that. And therapy will only, I think, help you become a better man, a better person. And you're already on that path, but I think it would help you tremendously. So I would encourage you to look into that at some point.
Yeah.
So what do you want people to remember about you?
I remember that I was a protector. I take up for people that can't take up for themselves. I ain't never liked the bullies that I was a giving and supporting person, because I didn't help people when I needed help. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And just remember, I was solid and stood on morals. Yeah.
What has healing looked like for you? So going from the life you had to where you are now, you've had some type of healing process that has gone on. What do you think that's looked like for you?
When you say look like, what you mean?
So as you're healing, what's the process been for you? Like to go from the lifestyle you had to where you are now?
I think me healing is the reason why I got divorced. Cause when I got shot and lost my sight, I was feeling like my life was cut in half. Right, so I still was trying to make sure I wasn't missing out on nothing. So I was cheating probably more excessive than I probably would have if I didn't get shot. Just overdoing it, trying to see if I still got it type. You know what I mean? But it was a part of that. Like I got to figure myself out and see if it was like, you know what I mean? But that was around the time I got married, and I got married after I got shot. But it was probably just bad timing for me to get married, and I was still trying to figure out, you know what I mean, how I'm gonna still live my life. You know what I mean? And yeah, I think my healing process probably the reason why my marriage had failed, honestly. But other than that, healing, I probably hurt some feelings along the way because out of frustration, my communication probably ain't been the best. You know what I mean? Stuff coming out the way it came out. And those are the biggest takeaways I got from that.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
Focus on sports and you could still be friends with these people. You ain't gotta be from the hood. They still your friends because, you know, joining the gang, again, you slicing stuff in half because now certain areas you probably can't go to, and you miss out on money opportunities with all the beefing. You know what I mean? When you beefing with these dudes and these dudes, and usually, you know what I mean, I could have been getting money with these dudes. They got opportunities over here, but I ain't gonna mess with them because they from over there. So I would have say, yeah, man, focus on sports, man, and just keep them as your friends, man. You ain't gotta be from the gang. Those your homies, regardless. You ain't gotta be from the gang though, because a lot come with that. And I ain't gonna say strap up because my daughter's is here. And you know what I mean? I love my daughter, so I ain't gonna say that. But yeah, I wish I just would have put my energy into more positive things. Because if I would have put the same amount of energy into the positive things, I'd be up like 5 million right now. Because I spent a whole lot of time, you know, contributing to Inglewood family. You know what I mean? I worked overtime, so I would say put my energy into different things. You know what I mean?
So when you say focus on sports, why sports?
Because I was good at it. Like I played Pop Warner all the way up, and then I had different high schools like trying to have me go to the like certain schools. You know what I mean? Come visit the school, sit on the sideline while their games is going on. Have me go there the next you know, semester or whatever. But one of the schools I didn't end up going to because of the distance, but I ended up just going to the school in the city I'm from, Morningside. But you know, like like I said, when I entered high school, I went to jail every summer. You know what I mean? So sports wasn't a thing. You know what I mean?
And what message do you hope that people will take away from this conversation and from hearing your story?
What message they should take away from this? Well, I said this in the Street TV interview, because like I ain't a role model. I'm just an example on what not to do. You know what I mean? So don't follow my lead. You know what I mean? But you take what you take from it, man. Because my life an open book. There's all kind of, the little small documentaries on YouTube and all that. All they trying to paint somebody like a mass murderer and all that. So watch that. Don't do what that say. You know what I mean? And everything I'm talking about right here moving forward. You know what I mean? Yeah. More so, take footnotes on that. And that's what I'll say the biggest takeaway from our conversation right here would be.
Is there anything that you feel we didn't touch on that you would want to discuss?
Yes, misconceptions, like people, you know what I'm saying, prejudging, you know what I mean? Like put me in a box, I'll say. Like when it comes to like content or communicating, you know what I mean? I'm versed, you know what I mean? I talk politics, religion, relationships, sports. I could talk the street thing, music, you know what I mean? But when they tap me in, they call, you know what I mean? They got me in the street lane, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm more than a gangbanger. You know, I'm always where I'm from though, but, you know, there's misconceptions type, you know what I mean? But I get it though. You can only go off of what you hear and what you see, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So
yeah. Do you think people still look at you with that misconception?
Yeah, it's hard to shake stigmas. I get it, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to shake it, but it got better though. Mm-hmm. It got better, you know what I mean? But I understand once you make a reputation, you know, it's made. You feel me? So, but I believe it got better. You know what I mean?
Well, I think all the things you're doing now is definitely changing your reputation and going to continue to change your reputation. And I really look forward to seeing what your future holds. I know this is the first time we've met, but it has been a pleasure talking to you and learning about you and your life and your experiences and seeing your resilience. Resilience is huge, and you have a lot of it. And so I just want to tell you thank you so much for being here and for being vulnerable, opening up, answering my questions. And it's just been a pleasure.
Oh, yeah. No, it was good sitting with you. You know what I mean? I appreciate being here.
Thank you.
All right, cut.